producer.
Hey. Look, this Sega days are coming soon. I'm just tired of waiting. And tears falling in my prayers. I've been crying for patience. I'm scarred. I gotta live the rest of my life with abrasions. You can't convince me that time isn't wasting. I feel like Hamilton the way I've been writing these pages. So you can call me, but you best be on time with the payments. So you can turn this off if you don't like what I'm saying. Or if these lines are too basic. Just know my life getting crazy. Times is getting harder, that could really spark an artist. And I ain't giving up for nothing, I just try my hardest. I say a prayer for the ones departed. A cold world, I just want to show how pure my heart is. But I see the comments, stories going around about the kid, but I'm so timeless, bad energy can't get to me. I'm the reason why we like this, allegedly. But once I see the best from you, that's when you get the best from me. I'm here for your elevation. Success ain't a destination. Ain't looking for reparations. Ain't looking for no type of savings. Stack up the rest of my savings. Can't get no rest in the basement. Can't even lie to you, baby. Time that we spent was amazing. And I ain't trying to replace you. For you, my mind is still racing. I lost a step, but I'm coming back. I used to put my heart all on display, but I'm done with that. Tired of these bonds that pop easier than bubble wrap. In my notes, like a group of sick, you see a bunch of rap. In the studio, I box the beat is just a punching bag. And for the guys, let them know I love them back. For all of y'all endeavors, I'm wishing you good luck on that. Shout out Q for the beat. This one a groove for the streets. You say you down with me, baby. You gotta prove it to me.
Oh, John, you're muted, by the way.
Good, I need to be muted.
Gotcha. So, hey.
The group chat.
If you're watching this is a recording because we had to record on Tuesday because I am out of town from Thursday to Sunday. So we had to, do some things on the fly. We are recording after the Celtics and Knicks game kicked off the NBA season. And let's just say, yeah, it was ass whooping. But hey, this is not NBA. This is NFL. We went live earlier this week on Tuesday for the NBA pod. So, hey, just a reminder, we go live for NBA and NFL every week. Make sure you tune in. But if you're watching this is the recording for the NFL pod. We're here to go over week 7 and preview week 8. Me and my boy, John, thank you for coming through. John, as always, your consistency is well appreciated. Just a heads up. Get some positivity out there after, that negativity that just happened on screen on live national television. So...
I feel, I'm the shining light of Ball Central sometimes with my positivity. So let me there's not a lot of positive in this episode right now if you're watching it. Sorry, this is going to be a recording, but let me tell you, Sunday was tough, Phil. Sunday was tough. It was a tough day for John.
Yep, and we will go over all of that and more. But just a reminder, welcome to Baller Central. Sports, commentary, reactions, etc. our way. With some comedy in it, because we have to add our jokes in it because everything happens in the sports world, hilarious or not. So, hey, just a reminder, we also are live on all the audio podcasting platforms. So, if you love listening to podcasts now, watch our beautiful faces, you can also follow us on there. We go live on Facebook. Well, we try to go live on Facebook because we need more followers, but we usually go live on YouTube and Twitch now since we're trying to build up Facebook. So we're usually live there twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Follow us on all our socials. We also have a gaming channel for sports gaming. I play 2K and a lot of other stuff on there. And hey, how you feeling, John? Besides, you basically just told us. So
it was a long Sunday. It was a long Sunday. Let's start off with the obvious fact. If you're watching Ball Central, John has not gotten a European game right this year. Isn't that fun? I used to be an expert on it. I went, traveled over there, saw a game, Twickenham. It was fun time. You know what I mean? It was a great time. American football in Europe. Love it. You know what I mean? But I haven't gotten a game right this year. We're going to start off with New England versus the Jags. I haven't gotten a game right this year until this game. But I don't know. I had the Jags. The Jags won, right? But it's just, I don't know.
Right.
It's the day started off good-ish, and then we'll get to the Giants game. So Phil, how did your New England Patriots do overseas? Even though they lost, how do you think they did?
There's no way. Wow, Rui Hachimura first basket. That's crazy.
Sorry about that, Phil.
Honestly, the Patriots obviously didn't win. But
what'd you think of that offense? I'm just
honestly, Drake May started off nice and it ended well, but it was just the middle parts that was very stagnant. But I like what I saw from the Patriots. Obviously, defensive wise, not just because they gave up a lot of rushing yards.
Sure,
but mostly this was to see what Drake May can possibly do with a better offense, and he balled out. I think 2 touchdowns, 200 yards. He was running again, so some good moves. But
there's a lot to like about Drake May, though. I'm just saying. I mean, this is not. I know you were talking about a year of tanking, but that you got something here. You know what I mean? You got something here that a lot of people in the NFL don't got, including the Jets. But whatever. You got a future. You know what I mean? You got some Drake May thrown to Hunter Henry. I appreciated that. He was on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
We'll get to the fantasy recap probably after we do NFL topics, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure. So yeah,
okay.
we have a lot to go over with week 7. That was just the start of it. Obviously, we're gonna skip some games because obviously not every game. Oh my God, Rui Hachimura. He just dunked on Rudy Gobert. John, I know you're probably happy for that.
I'm very happy for that.
Yeah, because we are anti-Rudy Gobert on this pod. But yeah, we're obviously not going to go over all the games. All the games weren't as important as some games, so we're just going to go over highlights some games. So next up, Miami versus Indy. Indy won, but a glaring issue that's been a part of the Colts, especially with one person the last couple of weeks, Anthony Richardson. He's shown you flashes of his running ability, but he has been struggling tremendously passing-wise. Do you think this is a fluke, or this is actually something that the coach and the franchise should be worried about going forward?
I think this is a red flag that a lot of people when he was drafted said about him at Tennessee, about his passing ability, or Florida, sorry, his passing ability maybe not being up to as much par as, let's say, some other guys who've been doing it for a couple of years. So, I mean, I think it is, in a sense, a red flag. I don't know if Indiana is done with him, but I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know who they're going to get in the draft. You know what I mean? They could get Joe Flacco has looked better passing the ball this year than Anthony Richardson does. So, I mean, it might be like another Pittsburgh thing where if they're not winning games, he might get pulled. You know what I mean? And it's just because of his passing ability. I don't mean to be like that, but what do you think?
No, and I completely agree. Just because one of the strengths you need for an offense is be able. Wow, yeah, John Rudy Gobert is having an L fest right now. He just got blocked by Rui Hachimura. Oh my lord. Yeah, but I agree with you. Passing is a trait you absolutely have, or a skill that you absolutely need as a quarterback. Not a lot of people can say they, was a successful quarterback and was not able to pass the ball. That's unheard of. And the same thing with the Steelers comment. Joe Flacco has thrown the ball pretty well in times where he had to substitute for Anthony Richardson. And if the Colts don't feel like AR has been doing the job as the quarterback passing wise, he can, like you said, go right to the bench, and Joe Flacco can provide a better throwing arm, not mobility, but he can provide better accuracy and throws, which you need as a quarterback. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did get benched to continue to play like this, because his QBRs and performances has been nasty throwing wise. So
I hear that.
Next up, Detroit at Minnesota. This was one hell of a game. A lot of action back and forth. Detroit hits a game-winning field goal to end Minnesota's undefeated streak. I think they're now 5-1 or 4-1, whatever it is.
Yep.
So, how are we feeling after the Minnesota Vikings finally, lost? I feel like they're falling down to earth, or are they just benefited from a good schedule early on?
I think that was a hell of a game, regardless. You know what I mean? Like, I think realistically, I can't wait to see when they go to Detroit. You know what I mean? And if they can answer the call and beat them, because I mean, don't get me wrong, the Lions are probably the best team in football right now, at least in their conference. But like, I don't know, it's an exciting time. You know what I mean? And I don't know the 100% about the line about the Detroit kicker. I think he's relatively new to their team, and he had an amazing kick to beat Minnesota. So I mean, it's crazy. I think the Vikings are still in it, though. You know what I mean? I think it was a hell of a game. They kind of came back in that game. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's over, though. You know what I mean? I do think the Lions are probably one of the best teams in football, though. We could say that, right?
Yep.
They beat Minnesota. You know what I mean? They answer the call against anybody. So, I mean, as of right now, they're probably one of the best teams in football. But I don't know. That's kind of what I took out of that. But yeah. Okay, cool. That's
Minnesota. It was a back and forth game. There was no one team dominating the others, all back and forth. So it was a good. It may be a possible playoff matchup, depending how things work out. But yeah, these are two of the top of the class teams in the NFC, and they showed why. So
and Phil, I'd like to talk smack about Sam Darnold. Like I'd like to, you know what I mean? Like he did struggle a little bit, but at the same time, like he's been so good this year. You know what I mean? Like he's one of the quarterbacks we can point to this year and be like, man, this guy improved. You know what I mean? Like overall, you know what I mean? He's taking an offense and he's really working with it. And he's really working with his young receivers who are helping him out a lot. So I think this is a team to watch with Minnesota. You know what I mean? To see the future. All right, lit.
Yep. Next up, Cincinnati at Cleveland. Cincinnati has not won a road game versus Cleveland in a while, but they win this game, and Deshaun Watson tears his Achilles, leading the way for Jameis Winston to be the new starter, I believe, or Dorian Thomas-Robinson, one of those two. But yeah, Cleveland Browns fans, how are we feeling?
What'd you think about the booing? What'd you think about the booing?
Honestly, here's how I see it.
Okay.
An injuries are always bad, correct?
Sure.
You never want to see someone go down with an injury.
Never.
But Deshaun Watson is a terrible person. Off of what we've seen, et cetera.
You're saying off the field. Sure.
Off the field, obviously. So,
sure, yeah.
I mean, he can always get. He has the fat ass contract, so he'll get.
I mean, it's a guaranteed contract.
Contract. So
I don't mean to hop in there, but like
he'll be okay. But the people affected by his actions will never be. So that's how I feel about it.
He's got over $170 million. So
so he could always walk again. But I did not feel any sympathy for Deshaun Watson.
And he didn't get hit on that play. It was a non-contact football play. You know what I mean?
Yes. So
like it's not like So I'm not trying to say like I feel bad for the fans of Cleveland personally.
I agree.
So all right, cool. Let's move on.
I just don't feel no sympathy for Deshaun Watson. That's it. But I feel bad for the fans because all that money down the drain, obviously, because he's been playing like shit. So
because he has 2 guaranteed years after this, which is he's coming back, and then I mean, maybe if they adapt to his offense, it'll be better. But Phil, what do you think about Cincinnati after this game? Do you think they still stay alive, or I'm just a quick question? Yeah.
Up for Cleveland, I mean, they traded away Amari Cooper, so it's going to go downhill from here unless they draft somebody because Jerry Jeudy and Elijah Moore not going to cut it. But with Cincy, this is usually how they play. They struggle the first 4 weeks of the season, then they turn everything up like to the next level. The next 4, 5, 6 games. So expect a very good turnaround for Cincy these upcoming games because I think they really ball out because that's who they've been. I don't know why they love to struggle the first 4 weeks of the season or first 5, but after that, when they finally get their bearings, they ball out. So expect some balling out.
They do put together like little wins, and I don't mean to be like that. It's not like this was a dominate, you know what I mean, fashion. But
no, they won by a touchdown, I think.
So but like I'm just saying like Cleveland has a good defense. Don't get me wrong, and there's a lot to take out of this game. But it's just like imagine when Cincinnati plays like Philly, or when Cincinnati plays like Kansas City, or when Cincinnati you're like, are you ready for those teams? And I mean, right now I don't think so, but like I guess they're still in the hunt, like you said. You know what I mean? They kind of lose at first, and then they start piling up these wins. So I mean, you got to watch out for these guys. And on to the next game.
Absolutely. Hey, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, always a dangerous deal. You always got to keep your eye on them. Next game, Houston at Green Bay. Now, Green Bay snuck away with the win here, 24-22, I believe they won. But a lot of people are making comments about Jordan Love's quarterback play. They commented like the little angel and the devil on your shoulder. Angel, Aaron Rodgers, make the right play, etc., extend the play. But on the right shoulder, throw that sumbitch. Christian Watson's down there, throw a pick, Brett Favre style. So, what do you think of those comparisons with how Jordan Love's been playing quarterback wise?
It's
accurate?
I mean, it's tough. It's very accurate to a point. You know what I mean? Because I mean, this guy is the third product of like a quarterback in a way that sat and then that was called up and has really brought this Green Bay team to new heights. Both Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre won a Super Bowl in Green Bay. So I mean, Jordan Love, the ceiling is a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? It's to bring Lambeau back to Lambeau. You know what I mean? So like realistically, I'm happy for him. You know what I mean? That he's in a sense getting compared to that, but like Houston, this Green Bay defense is crazy good. That's just something we have to say. Like I don't mean to like even though like Jordan Love's playing like Brett Favre sometimes, just throwing the ball away, like it's just that defense is crazy. And Aaron Rodgers to leave that type of defense, like I get he wasn't getting the offensive production, but oh my god, you know what I mean? Like they just know how to play defense in Green Bay. It's insane. I don't mean to be like that, Phil, but right. Like
also Anthony Edwards 2 threes, bang,
nice. That's what's up. Happy about that.
Yeah. So yeah, with Jordan Love, like you said, he learned from Aaron Rodgers. He sat for a couple of years learning from him. Yeah, and he's also this is his like he's been on the fence with starting and playing, et cetera. So he's gonna have those plays or games where like he's struggling because not much experience on the field with Aaron Rodgers on the field. So we're gonna get those moments. He's still a young quarterback, even though they did pay him a lot of money early. So let's hope they're willing to fight through the learning pains because this is a fairly young team as well. So there's gonna be a lot of give and go here.
Yeah, and I mean Houston's like a great team. You know what I mean? So to even
be in the top defense in the league. So
it's I don't know, but let's move on to the Seattle Atlanta game.
Yep. Hey, a lot of people are expecting Atlanta to win, but the Seattle Seahawks.
Hey, John.
Hey. Yep. So I was expecting, like a lot of the country, Seattle's probably gonna lose here to Atlanta. They're coming off a hot Thursday night game, et cetera. Trap game. So yeah, the Bluebirds won, whatever you want to call them, Graybirds, whatever the color is. But DK Metcalf gets hurt in the process. How worried are we for Seattle if DK misses some extended period of time?
I'm semi-worried just because DK is a huge target. You know what I mean? Like he's a big part of this team. But I mean, Lockett and Smith and Jigba, I mean, they're just as good. So it's just like Geno Smith is a quiet lock for most passing yards this year. I'm pretty sure. We can check that, but like he's like a top 3 or top 5 guy.
He might be number 1 in passing.
He might be number 1 right now. I don't know. It's a toss up in the air. I don't exactly know the numbers, but
I know he's at least top 5 in passing yards.
Okay, cool. So like that, I'm just saying like Geno losing a target like this is not good, but Noah Fant stepping up. You know what I mean? There's a lot of weapons in the Seattle offense. It's not exactly like Tampa Bay. You know what I mean? Like they didn't lose both Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. You know what I mean? They just lost DK, and I wonder how long it's going to be. You know what I mean? I wouldn't rush him back personally. But What do you think about it? Do you think it's going to be a dramatic loss or?
Well, they do have Jackson Smith and Jigba. They do have the capable weapons of stepping in. Also, the running backs have been good as well. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet has been well. So they can always just feed them more catches for the receiving backs as well. So they both have been shown that they can catch the ball in traffic. So honestly, you're losing a great wide receiver, but you do have plenty of weapons to make up for it. I think they'll take a step back? Yes, but I also think they'll be somewhat kind of competitive. But I also hate Seattle, so
you hate Seattle for no reason, which is crazy.
No, they lost me a bet. That's why. I guess the Giants.
Oh, okay. Sorry about it.
So yeah, all they have to do is win by field goal, but next thing you know, they get smoked.
Yeah.
So,
crazy.
Mr. Tommy Cooper is calling me right now. Should I answer it?
Yeah, why not? Ask him if he wants to be a part of the pod for a minute.
Yo, what's up?
Good game, bro.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Tommy, me and John are recording NFL pod right now. Do you like to say something?
Oh no.
Right John said, "Oh no."
Fuck that.
Okay, got you.
Belt to ass. Knicks tape.
Next tape.
Jason Tatum, 37 piece.
I don't want
8
to talk about it.
threes, 10 assists.
I don't want to talk about it. Tibbs
Balled out.
Tibbs is pissed. Tibbs is pissed.
I know. Yeah, Tomlin sounds like he just woke up. He is.
If you don't think Tom Thibodeau is going to chew out the Knicks for getting embarrassed on national television, it's going to be crazy. I'm just saying.
But hey, we got to get back to recording. I'll text you, okay?
That's if he was on 2K.
Probably not tonight. I got a lot of stuff to do.
This man is a fiend.
Maybe if I get done early, I should be done within like 20, 30 minutes. I should be on like maybe 11, 11:30, but we'll see. I got to do a lot of stuff after too. I'll text you, okay?
Tell him I say what's up.
Also, John says what's up.
What's up?
You heard it? He pounded his chest.
That's right. That's what's up. As a Knick man, Knick way.
He said, "Hang in there, buddy. The Knicks will be okay." they did not just give up, 29 threes in the first game of the season, but hey, it is what it is. You'll be okay, buddy.
Hey, man, I didn't say that part.
I'll text you. Love ya.
Yo, the real question is.
Oh no. Okay, so Seattle versus Atlanta. I think I think they'll be competitive, but it's gonna hurt losing a weapon. That means players like Tyler Lockett will probably get doubled, or Jackson Smith and Jigba. So you better lean more on your backs like Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. Hey, speaking of the Giants beating the Seahawks, the next game, John, what your rundown for Eagles and Giants? Saquon.
Do you want to start with this, or you want me to start with this?
Oh no, you got it.
Okay. This is me. All right, cool. So there's a lot to be said about this game. Saquon returning to New Jersey. The first thing I'll say is Giant fans burning Saquon's jersey in the parking lot pregame. That's disgusting. And I hope everyone who burned his jersey got a flat tire. I don't care. They all got flat tires. I don't mean to be like that, but yeah, that's disgusting. And I mean, Phil, I'm not against booing because you know what I mean. He joined the other side. You know what I mean. He joined the Eagles. That hurt. You know what I mean. But like at the same time, like you boo out of respect for what he did. You know what I mean. Saquon Barkley returned to MetLife and he had 175 yards, a touchdown, and he could have broken his all-time rushing record at MetLife the first time he came back, and he passed. You know what I mean? So, like, what does that say about him? You know what I mean? It says he's, like, honestly a great player, a great individual. He understands the moment, and he realizes his teammates are more than him, which he's always been about. So, for the people who said he's not worth $13 million, I will tell you that Saturday was an example of why you are wrong and why you continue to be wrong, because this guy was the cornerstone of the New York Giants. And when John Mara talked about we can't lose him, he's our best player or whatever, you know what I mean? Like most favorable player by far. I mean, yeah, that had to do with jersey sales, but at the same time, it had to do with like person, you know what I mean? And like, he was like, it sucks. It really sucks that the Giants dropped the ball that many times to not sign him, Phil. And by the way, let me just put that out there. They could have also franchise tagged him for the second time. They didn't do that. Joe Shane should be fired. This was the game that was highlighting Joe Shane should be fired. It was 28-3. They pulled Daniel Jones in the fourth quarter, which, by the way, you know what the funny part was? Is that their backup quarterback is not even worth it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You're going to pull Daniel Jones over that guy? You play Tommy DeVito, who's on the third string. Like, play somebody who's got heart. Play somebody, I don't know, play somebody. You know what I mean? But, like, you pissed off Daniel Jones, you know what I mean, who you don't give weapons to. You know what I mean? This roster's not complete. Their offensive line looked like crap. 7 sacks. Are you kidding me? This is a fixed offensive line? And then you get rid of Saquon. Yeah, it was like 7 sacks or something. Wow. It was crazy. It was horrible. It was bad. It was like I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's as a Giants fan, it's disappointing. And honestly, I gotta say Joe Shane needs to go. Sorry about it. But that's what I said from the beginning of the season, and it started with the Saquon move, and they could afford him because they paid Brian Burns. So I'm just saying, the one guy you should have paid. That's all I'm saying. And it was an embarrassing game as a Giants fan, because there are people that thought that like the Giants were competitive against the Eagles. because of what happened last year with their bad coordinators, Phil. You remember that? How those games were more competitive, right? Because they had bad coordinators. You see how the Eagles fixed their problem? They brought in 2 new coordinators that did their damn job. Yeah. Fix the damn problem. You know what I mean? Fix the offense line. Sign the people you're supposed to sign. Like it's not rocket science, and it's crazy to me. I don't know. Sorry about it. Go ahead, Phil.
Hey, no, I mean you said all of it, so I'm not gonna
cool.
reiterate what you said. So hey, yeah, you're absolutely right. You know more than me.
I don't mean to be like that. It's just
I pretty much want to agree with everything you said. So
hey. Okay, cool. Appreciate you. But
get a new GM in there.
I've got a question for you, just real quick. This is just like a personal fan-to-fan question. What would you think if somebody burned somebody else's jersey that used to be the face of your franchise before the game when they came? Like
I mean, we saw it with LeBron in the Cavs.
We saw it. No, I hear you, but and there was a lot of boos and there was a lot of whatever. But like what I'm saying is, we saw his jersey burn the moment he made that decision. Do you know what I mean? Like what I'm saying is like to burn his jersey at MetLife. That's just like
I
don't mean to be like on the grounds of where he built the Giants to go to the playoff. Like it's just like it's almost unholy. No offense. I don't mean to be like that.
Obviously, there's going to be some fans that make a fan base look bad. Some more than others, of course.
And I'm not even trying to be religious or anything. I'm just saying that like it's bad juju. Do you know what I mean? Like that's
that's terrible. That's terrible action.
I can't. I have nothing to say about it. You know what I mean? Like other than that,
just like obviously there's going to be some people in the fan base that make the fan base look worse than it actually is. Some more than others, of course. But that's just bad. That's just showing bad fandom. That guy helped carry your team for I don't know how long, and then the team doesn't treat him well, so he decides to leave, and you say screw you basically without using much context. But yeah, they basically say screw you even though you did everything for us and you wanted to stay, but the team didn't accommodate you well for you to stay. So yeah, just bad on the Giants fans that took part in that.
And at that time, like Saquon acted like a professional the whole time. Like you know what I mean? Like he acted like that dude that you were like proud of. You know what I mean? That graduated, that is gonna go on to do great things because he's just that great of a person. Like so it's just sad. I don't know at that point, but
I agree.
Let's move on to the next game. Sorry about it.
Next up, Carolina versus Washington. Now, not a lot to go over here, but Jaden Daniels did get hurt. It was a rib injury, but no fear, former Oregon Duck Marcus Mariota filled in, and the Panthers still got their ass whipped. Beat down, Celtics Knicks style, belt to ass. Sorry, it was there. I had to.
It's still too soon. Just give it a week. Just give it a week.
So right. Yeah, they got blown out like 40-3 or 40-7. All I know is, can Marcus Mariota hold it down for the Commanders? We don't know how long Mr. Daniels is going to be out for. Maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe more. But do you trust Mariota to hold it down for the squad until he comes back?
I trust Cliff Kingsbury, their offensive coordinator. I really like this offense. They do everything they can to get as close as they can to the first down and convert. You know what I mean? They convert. They keep converting until they score, and then they score, and then they score. You know what I mean? So it's just like don't get me wrong. It's definitely has something to do with Jaden Daniels. You know what I mean? He's a great quarterback. He's a great rookie. He should probably win Rookie of the Year, realistically. But like, we're watching Tua come back now, and like we're stressed about him. You know what I mean? We don't want him to get hurt again. You know what I mean? But like that's the same thing with like RG3 and when he was in Washington. You know what I mean? Like I don't want this kid to get hurt, and I want him to come back when he's fully healthy. And Cliff Kingsbury, if you lose a game or two, but you keep the offense and you keep trying to get people involved and stuff, like I like Washington. They're good this year. I don't know what it is. I think it's Cliff Kingsbury personally, but
yeah. Also, your boy DiVincenzo just missed 2 free throws in a row. Nasty work. But hey, it's early in the game. So their next game will be against Caleb Williams and the Bears, which are a top 5, top 10 defense in the league. This might be a scary game for them, especially with Marcus Mariota, who's been struggling as, a journeyman in the NFL, some may say. So hopefully Cliff Kingsbury can have an appropriate game plan for him to try to do the best they can to try to win this game against the Bears, because they've been flowing lately. Chicago, they're 4-2 before their bye. They're off last week, so they're looking to make even more noise. So this was a potential Rookie of the Year matchup. So I don't know if Jaden Daniels actually plays, but it's gonna be interesting to see how this game goes if he does not play. So
true. True.
So yeah. Next up, Las Vegas at LA Rams. The Rams won. They beat Aiden O'Connell got a thumb injury, so he's out for 4 to 6 weeks. Matt Stafford did everything he could and won the game, but there are reports coming out that Cooper Kupp could possibly be traded.
That's crazy.
Do they think to actually pull the trigger, and where do you think he goes?
I think you need picks. I think it's a need of picks. You know what I mean? And I think
there was a report coming out that said they're willing to pay his salary, and that they want a second rounder. That was the guidelines. I don't know if exactly it was how true that is, but that's the reports coming out.
What if Pittsburgh needs a wide receiver, and so does Baltimore? What if one of them got involved?
Or Washington? Because Kansas City cannot afford him because that his cap is ooh.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who else would need him. I mean, I know Pittsburgh's been dying for a wide receiver, but
yeah, I mean, you named the obvious ones: Pittsburgh, Baltimore. Who else could need his services? A lot of teams actually.
Seattle, maybe now. Tampa Bay.
Seattle, yep, I agree. Seattle, Tampa Bay. Yeah, Tampa Bay would be desperate for him right now.
I mean, anybody really. I mean, the only one not looking is the Jets, and that's because we just got Evans and Godwin. But Detroit, maybe, yeah, sure. I like Detroit. I think Detroit's doing a lot with absolutely nothing, but I think they're really the team to beat. I know it's like the Chiefs are still undefeated and stuff, but like, damn, Detroit look good. Yeah, I don't think they should trade Kupp personally, but I think they need draft picks. So. Yeah, oh my God, yeah. And besides, Puka Nacua is coming back in a week anyway, so I think that's realistically what they're trying to do. They're trying to have not one come back, but both of them come back at the same time, which to try to offset the defensive struggle on both of them. You know what I mean? So I think it's a split cover for that personally, but I don't think he gets traded. Do you want to go to Kansas City, San Francisco?
Before we do, okay. I think they should trade him.
Really? Who do you think?
Just because. I don't think that. Let's be honest. I don't see the Rams winning a Super Bowl ever again with this current roster.
Did you hear about Matt Stafford to the Giants?
I've heard rumors about the Vikings. I've heard rumors about the spots, and just because of those rumors alone, I think they should just say, "Hey, we won our championship with Aaron Donald, Cooper Kupp, etc., etc."
You heard rumors of the Vikings?
Yeah, I don't know how.
Really?
I saw somewhere. Yeah, but.
Damn,
people are just rude. We won our chip with Aaron Donald, Cooper Kupp, and Matt Stafford. We can get as many assets as we can to make sure Puka Nacua has a good future moving forward and try to build a team around him. Let's get that jump started. I don't see them competing as long as Mahomes is in the NFL. To be honest, I don't see them winning a championship, or I don't even see them being like a top 3-4 team in the NFC. So I think you just get that rebuild going.
Sure, I hear that. But like at the same time, who's throwing Puka the ball?
Hey, Matt Stafford is still got one of the best. He still could go for a high value as well as Cooper Kupp.
No, I know, but I'm saying if you're gonna fire sale, like if you're gonna sell Cooper Kupp and you're gonna sell Matt Stafford, who are you gonna be your quarterback? You know what I mean? Like you gotta trade for somebody at that point. You know what I mean? Like
Jimmy Garoppolo. He's their backup, so yeah.
Could you really? No, I don't see them going with Garoppolo. Or I mean, Wentz is in Kansas City, so you go straight for Wentz. Yeah. But like
Stetson Bennett is their third string.
Jeez.
Plus you have Blake Corum. You build behind Kyron Williams and Mr. Puka Nacua.
You could do that. I don't see them throwing up the white flag, and I don't understand why the Cooper Kupp trade things were such a prevalent like I really do believe it has to do with Puka's injury too. You know what I mean? Because he's in the line of coming back within the next 2 or 3 weeks. So it's just like
he's 30 plus. He's been injury prone. Oh, now a lot of people would want to sacrifice the second pick.
But there's a lot of people that would like see the Chiefs like building. They're undefeated. You know what I mean? And like we need to build before the end. You know what I mean? Why not throw a second round pick at them? The Jets did it with Devontae Adams. Realistically, if we make it to the AFC Championship game or the Super Bowl, we get a second round pick. But if we don't, it's a third. So it's like, I hear what you're saying. I would need to see who they're trading them to and how desperate they are. But not that nobody looks desperate yet. All right, you want to move to Kansas City, San Francisco, or?
Yep. So yeah, San Francisco and Kansas City was supposed to be one of the premier matchups, but San Francisco got their ass whooped, and the laundry list of injuries continue. But a new name now for the season, sadly, Brandon Ayuk. He got paid, he underperformed, and he now is out for the year. So yeah, it might be curtains for the San Francisco 49ers this year.
You think so? I don't think it's over for them yet. I think Christian McCaffrey is still kind of come back. I think their running game with Jordan Mason is still pretty damn good. I know Debo's in the hospital with pneumonia, but yeah. I don't know. Jennings, Elijah picked up last week. Hey, congrats to Elijah. Great waiver wire pickup a week ahead. He was the number one target, but he picked him up last week. He could still do something in that offense. Kittle's been producing. This team isn't dead. This team is just struggling. You know what I mean? And I don't know. They're still very damn good. I can't believe Trent Williams got thrown out of that damn game, though. That really irritated the crap out of me.
Didn't he smack somebody?
Yeah, but he got smacked first.
You're
watching it on replay.
Should have been both of them, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But they literally made him walk out, and it's always the offensive lineman, which is annoying because the other guy's head is just so small. So no, it's not our fault that his head vibrates like that. You know what I mean? It's why did he hit Trent Williams in the head? You know what I mean? Can we ask the basic questions? You know what I mean? I don't know, but that just irritated me a little bit. Sorry, I had to say that. But,
hey, no, that's understandable.
Yeah, I don't think he should have gotten thrown out. I think they both should have gotten 15-yard penalties or whatever and fined, which they both should get fined. But it just didn't make sense because it was at the end of a play and he just hit him, and then Trent Williams was like, "Do you know who just hit? You know what I mean? Boom." Oh, but all right, you ready to move on to the Jets-Pittsburgh game?
Hey, give us the rundown.
Why do I have to give? I already gave you the giant rundown. It was a crazy game. Russ stepped in for Justin Fields, and he produced. George Pickens is a hot commodity with Russ. So, if anyone would like to reach out in fantasy, he is more than welcome to be available. But yeah, no, overall, the Steelers played a really good game. Their defense was very good. Aaron Rodgers threw 2 picks. My family gets irritated with Aaron Rodgers very fast. I think this team, although they've lost, I don't count them out yet. So I'm not done with them yet. So I think by signing Hassan Reddick and Devontae Adams coming to the team, I think it opens up things that we just got to play against Pittsburgh, one of the best teams in the league. You know what I mean? I'm fine with losing. You know what I mean? And we realistically, if we could have played defense, we would have lost 30 to. We didn't play offense, so 15. So that would have been the final score, but we lost 37-15. And I'm fine with it because it was a slap in the face. But I see our added pieces coming in, and I see us winning the next game at least. Hopefully, I don't know.
Against New England, so you better.
Yeah. It's against New England, which that was our best game of the season. Which sorry, Phil, but
I expect them to sweep us anyways this year, so that's fine.
Okay, so hopefully we win this game and win the next couple of games.
Hassan Reddick is signing the contract finally.
Yeah, he signed. So I don't know how much he signed for, but which I kind of want to look up right now.
Yeah,
because but I don't know. I'm excited for him, and I'm excited for Devontae Adams, who got targeted 6 times in this game, which he did pretty good. He caught 3 of those passes, but it's just I don't know. What do you think, Phil? Do you think those ads are going to help, or do you think the Jets are cooked?
First from the Steelers point of view, yeah, a lot of people were questioning Mike Tomlin with this moving from Justin Fields to Russell Wilson when they found out Russell Wilson was healthy, and he said post conference, "That's why I'm well compensated. That's why I get paid the big bucks because he made that move, and let's just say it worked out tremendously." The offense was looking great.
Phil, I don't mean to.
Everyone was involved in the offense. It was moving better than with Justin Fields. Obviously, it's 1 week with Russell Wilson. Who knows what the rest of the year will bring? But so far, Mike Tomlin made the right move.
Phil, I don't mean to interrupt you, but could you check those 2 post-it notes that I talked about Pittsburgh with? Because I don't mean to bring that up right now, but
so far
they looking good. They looking good, are they not?
Pittsburgh wins division, you said at the beginning of the year, and Pittsburgh makes playoffs.
Well, if they win the division, they make the playoffs. So I'm kind of an idiot. But
Steelers compete for division. Yeah, you basically said the
Okay.
same thing.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
I
Steelers
doubled
compete
down
for division, and yeah, you double down. So
I'm just this Pittsburgh defense is crazy good, and they killed Aaron Rodgers. So, I don't know. I think realistically, the Jets with more time, I'm not giving up on them yet. I think they could beat some of these teams. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. I'm excited about the future.
I think the Jets do need this soft cushion in their schedule to try to get things going. It's gonna be a nice little bounce back game versus New England. This is a game where you try to work out all the kinks, all the motions. Since let's be honest, it's probably gonna be a blowout for the Patriots. They're probably gonna get their ass kicked, and this is a nice way for the Jets to, get everything they want out the way, try new things, or see what works for them, what doesn't. So it's a nice get right game.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
And the last game we're going to talk about this week, Baltimore at Tampa Bay. Lamar Jackson proved once again why he's one of the best players in the league. 5 TDs. I know John was very happy. But that's not what we want to talk about because Baltimore ran away with it the whole game. But what I want to talk about with John is the Bucs lose Mike Evans at the beginning of the game due to a hamstring injury.
Yep.
But then with 43 seconds left, I know because I counted because I have Chris Godwin on my fantasy team. Rest in peace. He got injured when the Bucs were down 10. My question is to you: did Todd Bowles pull a Tom Thibodeau?
You watched the game?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that they were coming back. They were coming back. In a sense, they kick a field goal if they're on that drive before he gets injured, right? If they would have passed the ball, let's say over 30, 40 yards, and they completed it, they could have kicked the field goal and then onside one more time to be down by 7. Yeah. So realistically, no, I don't think, because they were just on that line of I'm coming back, that they left them in too long during what people were calling garbage time. But I mean, the game is until it's 0-0-0 on the clock. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't. Do you think Chris Godwin is annoyed that he got injured?
No, because I think Chris Godwin's the type of guy that says I want to play to the very last minute as well.
That's what I'm saying.
And it wasn't like it was like 14. They're down like 14 or 21. They were down by like 10. So
yeah.
But I think I think Todd Bowles should have been cautious. I think he should have pulled Chris Godwin just because you already lost Mike Evans beginning of the game, and he's reported to be out until week 11 or 12. So knowing you're down by 10 with like a 40 seconds left, I probably would have played the safe routes. Like let's just save our guys, play another week. But now you have both your starting receivers out. Chris Godwin's out for the year, so
that's tough on Chris Godwin. But at the same time,
it's tough how it played out. So
yeah, at the same time, I think realistically, because I can speak on it because I'm a huge Jets fan, so I remember when Todd Bowles was in New York. But like, I think he's someone that was staying out of business, and like if Chris Godwin needed to get re-signed, like he's someone that would step in and be like, we need this guy. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, why is he still not signed? Why is he not on my football team? Because like, I think he knows like that's how much Chris Godwin means to this organization, and he's gotten injured multiple times. Yet, I mean, Chris Godwin comes back with a vengeance. So I mean, I don't know. I totally hear what you mean. Like by him being done for the season sucks, but like, I don't think it's like a Pete Carroll situation with like Earl Thomas. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was wild. That was like, whoa.
He's like, oh.
Well, it's because realistically they should have paid him. You know what I mean? And was Pete Carroll a GM at all?
I think it was coach mostly, right?
It was just the coach. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
because
I don't know if
Belichick did GM as well. So I just, you know what I mean? I thought I'd bring it up, but maybe he never like was like, hey, we need Earl Thomas. You know what I mean? Maybe he wasn't like that, Pete Carroll.
Right. So yeah, I mean, Ravens did their thing. They got the W, but the Bucs probably are going to be screwed for the rest of the year. They are 4-3 now. But they lose their top weapons. So you have Jalen McMillan, Sterling Shepard. You have your trio of running backs in Bucky Irving, Rashad White, and Mr. Sean Tucker from Syracuse. Shout out Syracuse.
Hell yeah, Syracuse.
But yeah, I think they might be cooked because Mike Evans comes back in week 11 or 12.
You don't like Sterling Shepard?
I mean, I don't think he should be your top wide receiver.
As a Giants fan, let me tell you, I love him. Like when he's not hurt, that guy can play. So I mean, I wonder how long the timetable is. If he can just stay healthy enough until Mike Evans comes back, I think that might get you through because you have Cade Otton and you have maybe a couple other guys. I think they bring in somebody too. They bring in a veteran, but yeah, I don't know. This is wild. This is kind of unprecedented too that you lost both your wide receivers. You know what I mean? It's sad and it's unfortunate because Baker's a pretty good quarterback when he's got weapons around him, and now you have no weapons. So,
yep, there's gonna be a lot of checkdowns coming from Tampa Bay,
which is like it's all right, but it's sad. I don't know.
Right.
So,
hey, that's our Week 7 recap. We're gonna go through our Week 8 pick'ems, and if you're watching the pod or listening, we're also gonna release a Week 8 pick'em video later on today, like around 5-ish. So, hey, if you like our content, feel free to tune into that. So,
do you want to go over fantasy football real quick first?
Oh yeah,
to break it up.
I was kind of hoping you forgot about that because I got my ass kicked. But no, I lost last second. Crazy.
It's all right. It's all right. Tell the people about it. It's all right.
Here is our fantasy football recap for Week 7. I'm going to go backwards to forward. Elijah, our commissioner, still undefeated.
Congratulations, Elijah.
50. So it's hard to ignore that.
2 more games until we play. 2 more.
Yeah.
Look, I just want to look into the camera real quick and say 2 more games. 2 more.
Stay undefeated for 2 more games.
Hey.
Yeah. Next up, Shane, I believe. Yep. Shane beat Akeem by 8.
Isn't that interesting? That's crazy.
Yeah. Ronald, one of the newcomers, beat Clifton 194 to 100. He lost by 90. He won by 94 points. Good Lord.
Congrats, Ronald.
Hey, strong work of the year candidate so far. Next up, John beat Kevin by goddamn 60 points.
Yep, felt great.
Good for you. Must be nice. Next up, Zach beat Josh by like 30. And then my matchup, it came down to Monday Night Football. I had Chris Godwin. Javi had Mike Evans. Mike Evans left early. I felt like I won. Chris Godwin leaves, and then Cade Otton goes off for 23 points, 8 receptions, and 100 yards. So yeah, I lost like in the last quarter. So painful.
Yeah, that was crazy. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's our fantasy football recap.
What do you play next week?
Let me see schedule. I play Clifton.
I play Josh. Time to beat another Patriots fan.
Great.
And then I have Elijah. 1 more week. And then I have Hakeem. Oh. Hakeem, I feel like, is like a sneaky good player this year.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm going to start the recording, and then we could go with... Damn, Dante DiVincenzo is struggling right now shooting. Good Lord.
I know, bro. I'm really stressing now that I bet on him.
Hey, bright side, Naz Reid hit a 3. There's still plenty of game left. It's only the first half, so... Yeah, but the Lakers are scorching right now. Good Lord.
Yeah, they're killing them.
17-2 run? I hate Minnesota.
I hate Minnesota, too. I shouldn't have bet on them. I'm an idiot. I get my $25 back. It's okay. It's no sweat.
Yeah. True. Oh, Anthony Edwards hits a 3. Okay, we're back in it. So I'm going to start the thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, welcome back to Baller Central. It's your boys, Phil and John. We're here to give you our Week 8 pick'ems for the upcoming NFL week. If you're new, make sure you like and comment down below, subscribe, and put a notification so you know when we upload. And with that being said, let's get into the pick'ems. First off, Thursday Night Football to kick things off. Vikings at Rams. I don't know about you, but this Rams defense is basura. I got the Vikings blowout.
Yeah, I got the Vikings too. Hopefully Sam Darnold gets it together. I want to see, but I mean, maybe Puka Nacua comes back and Cooper Kupp comes back, and this is fine. But I doubt it on a short week. I think they come back after this week. I'll go Vikings as well. Rams versus Browns. What do you got?
Yeah.
Ravens
versus Browns. I got the Ravens. Like I said, me and John know not to bet anything Cleveland Browns related. So yep. Ravens.
Same.
Next up, Colts at Texans. I got the Texans. I think they really get to AR here early.
I'd like that as well. I really want to see CJ Stroud bounce back after last week. I don't think that the Colts defense, I mean, they're good. Are they that good? You know what I mean? This is going to be a real test for them. So, I also think your boys got to get more involved. Who's that guy in fantasy? Who you have in fantasy for Houston?
Tank Dell.
Yeah.
I think Dell's up to 0. God damn.
Dude, he needs to get more involved.
Personally, no Nico Collins. You got to get involved.
I mean, if he wasn't injured, you know what I mean.
Yep. Here's your chance to shine. No Nico Collins. You have opportunity.
Facts.
Pain. Next up, Jaguars at Packers. I got Green Bay because I don't trust the Jaguars either this season.
I'd like to pick the Jaguars, but they just won last week. That was a fluke. Give me the Packers. That defense I can't get over it.
Yeah, I like the Packers as well. Next up, Titans at Lions. Whether it's Mason Rudolph or Will Levis, I got Detroit.
Yeah, I'll take Detroit as well.
Nice. Next up, NFC South battle. Falcons versus the Tampa Bay running Bucs. Because not a lot of it's going to be tough passing against this Tampa Bay. It's going to be tough passing against this Falcons defense with all pro safeties and a good corner.
I really would like to pick the Bucs here, but I'll pick the Falcons. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be tough for the Bucs with their depleted weapons to beat this Falcons team. So I got the Falcons as well. Next up, my Patriots versus your Jets, John. The rematch. The Jets won by landslide last game, and I see it happening the same way this time around. I'm going Jets, Jets.
I love when you say that, Phil. All right, cool.
Yeah, don't get used to
it. Thanks. I appreciate that. Hopefully Devonta Adams makes it a bigger blowout, personally. But that's all I'll say on that. Cardinals, Dolphins.
Tua is expected to come back this week. If Tua plays, give me Miami. If not, give me Arizona.
Yeah, give me Miami.
Oh, LeBron and Bronny are coming in the game.
Wow. It's a historic moment. No, but I'll go I'll go Dolphins. But like realistically, Tua needs to wear a damn Guardian cap, bro. And he's just like, no. I was like, all right, jeez.
It's a personal choice, yeah. Honestly, I think all NFL players should wear Guardian caps. Just anything to help the game be safer, you should do it. But
yeah, why not? It's annoying. It's annoying when people get head concussions and we have to sit there and be like, oh yeah, it's okay if you go back in. Nothing will happen to you.
Oh yeah, Julius Randle just bullied Bronny. Oh Lord.
I'm throwing on this game right after this. All right, so we got Eagles at Bengals. Who do you got?
I think the Bengals, just because I don't trust the Eagles defense, especially with a scorching Bengals team that I think is going to be, on a roll starting after this game and this game. I think the week before. So give me the Bengals.
I hear that. I'm going to go Eagles just because Saquon Barkley really, if he had a game like he had against the Giants, I don't know if the Eagles lose another game this year, but they don't give him the ball enough. So I'll go Eagles here though.
Gotcha. Next up, Saints at Chargers. This is going to be a good game. Let's be honest. You got the Chargers.
Is Derek Carr? Is he coming back?
It's going to be Spencer Rattler.
Jesus.
Give me the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers.
I don't want the Chargers to win.
I know. I don't want them to win either. But
the Cardinals did their job last week, though. So shout out to Arizona. Honestly, for the sake of me and John's bet, I'm going to go Saints.
We're going to pray on the Saints?
I'm praying on the Saints.
And they're going to come marching in, and they're going to give the Chargers an L. Let's get it. All right.
I believe.
Bills at Seahawks. What do you got?
Buffalo. Because fuck the Seahawks.
Okay, I guess I got Buffalo too, just because I think... Actually, I really would like to see Geno Smith win here, so I'm going to go Seahawks.
Imagine if they beat the Falcons and Bills back-to-back weeks now, that I would be impressed.
They're decent. They're not that good, but they're decent. All right, so then we got the Bears at Commanders. Who do you got here?
Yep. Honestly,
this is tough.
I think the Bears steal this one just because, yes, I think the Commanders are the better team, but without Jaden Daniels, I think the Bears defense, because let's be honest, Marcus Mariota is facing the Panthers. Hopefully he goes off against them. But I think with a better team, a better defense in Chicago, I think they will get to Marcus Mariota early. So I'm going to go Chicago.
Nice. I'm going to go I'm going to go Commanders. Hopefully their offense stays the same. I doubt it versus this really good defense, but I'm gonna pick offense over defense. Although The damn Bears have a really good defense. All right, Chiefs at Raiders. Who do you got?
The Chiefs are minus 10.5 favorites. Honestly, I think if you're a betting man, maybe Raiders plus 10.5, just because the Chiefs have been good, but their offense has been slacking without their early weapons, because it must be the defense doing the job. So I'm gonna go Chiefs, but I think it's gonna be a closer game. Like how it was on Christmas, the Raiders won, but without like top weapons like Devontae Adams, I think they keep it close. So I'm gonna go Chiefs narrow victory.
Yeah, I don't see the Raiders winning without like they're really. I don't know. I really would like to pick the Raiders because I don't think they're completely dead yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
Brock Bauer should have a game though. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs here, but I'm rooting for a Raiders win because I would like the Chiefs to lose finally.
Yeah, these next 3 games are nasty.
They're not nasty. I'll go Broncos.
So you'd watch Panthers Broncos?
Yeah, I think Bo Nix is fun enough to watch
Versus the Panthers.
Yeah, it's fun. Panthers suck, so Bo Nix gonna be looking like Peyton Manning. Like,
did you see how Broncos and Saints won?
Yeah, so I liked Bo Nix. It was fine.
Oh no, I mean, don't get me wrong, Bo Nix did show out against New Orleans, but
yeah,
this game, watchability for this game, oof, yikes.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Are we saying the Broncos don't suck? Yeah, they suck, but like they suck less than the the Panthers.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
It's a clear winner.
The Broncos are absolutely better than the Panthers. They should win this game. I pick them to win this game, but who's going to actually watch this game besides Broncos and Panthers fans?
I'm just hoping the Broncos stick around enough. I mean, look at me. I'm hoping the Broncos stick around enough that like they can give the Chiefs a problem later in the year. I doubt they will. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
they're putting together a string of wins here. You know what I mean? Elijah might be wrong on that prediction.
Yeah, imagine the Broncos nation going to come after you, Elijah. Be careful. Next up, now this is going to be a nasty game. Cowboys at 49ers. 49ers have everyone injured. So do the Cowboys. So who's going to win in the battle's ass? Like, I think who said it? Someone said it online on social media. These two teams are on the same cheek of these two teams are 2 cheeks on the same ass. So
you're crazy, Phil. This is such a fun matchup. This is Cowboys
for
49ers for everybody involved. No, anybody involved. This is like Kittle hates the Cowboys. Do you know what I mean? And the Cowboys hate Kittle. You know what I mean? And there is a rivalry here because they meet in the playoffs time to time, and that one plays on turf, one plays on grass. Like, I mean, you don't like these last 2 matchups, but I love these last 2 matchups personally. Yeah, so I mean, realistically, I like the 49ers here. I think the Cowboys could embarrass them. You never know. I think that you could have big points in one of these games. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go 49ers over Cowboys just because I hate the Cowgirls, but to you.
I'm gonna go Cowboys over 49ers just because I think Brock Purdy struggles this game. Yes,
and you think it's going to be a boring game? You think it's going to be a really boring game?
I think this might be like a defensive stalwart. It depends, but
it might. But I mean,
Brady game for 3. I think that the Cowboys offense will struggle. I think the 49ers offense will struggle just because the 49ers lost what they lost. Debo's still sick. Brandon Ayuk's gone for the season. CMC might as well be gone for the season at this point. So who do they have? Jawan Jennings, George Kittle, and Jordan Mason.
Sure.
And the Cowboys, they have no running game. Brandon Cooks is still hurt. You have Jalen Tolbert and CeeDee Lamb trying to carry. So, honestly,
I mean, we got a running back. We got who's on my fantasy team? It's sorry, give me a second. I've been waiting for this guy to take over the whole time, but he's kind of been taking over. Rico Dow. They got Rico Dow.
Rico Dowdle. Yeah, I don't think that's much, but
I mean, hey, if I'm trying to, like, I'm hopefully he just improves. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping the offensive line and they move the ball that way to a play action pass type of thing, but I doubt they do that. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I think the Cowboys win though. I think CeeDee Lamb has a day against the secondary for the 49ers.
Okay.
And the last game on the slate, Giants at Steelers at Pittsburgh. I think it's going to be what we saw a lot of the week before with the Steelers and Jets. This team is buzzing right now. The defense has been great. TJ Watt leading them. Russell Wilson really had the second half of that Jets game really had command of the offense, and they're rallying around him. So,
yeah,
Yeah, I think we're going to expect a lot of the same of last week against the Giants.
I like the Steelers in this one as well. But this is like a classic game because you know the Maras are they're connected in this. Like the Ronies and the Maras, they like have like family. So it's like a family game in a sense. But yeah, no, I like the Steelers in this one by a lot. By a lot.
Oof. So hey, I wonder what is the spread for Steelers and Giants before we head out. I want to check.
You should.
It is -6.5.
Phil, take that bet and run to the bank with it.
That is crazy. Yeah, -6. I'm gonna have to. So yeah. So that's the video. Those are our pick'ems. Thank you if you tuned in on a recording because we're recording this during a regular pod and on a Tuesday night. Thank you for John for coming through and hanging out and talking sports. We're finishing at like around 11. So thank you, John, for being a soldier. I appreciate your
dog.
efforts,
It's been a fun time, dog. I love talking sports with you, Phil. It's great.
Absolutely, always. That's why I love doing the pod every Tuesday or Thursday because I get to talk to my boy John. So I appreciate you.
Facts on me. So
hey, with that being said, thank you for tuning in. That's the video. Make sure you like and comment down below, subscribe, and put a notification so you know when we go live or upload. And with that being said, we'll see you next time on Baller Central. Boom. Okay, and that's the pod. Nice. Last words before we head out. And John didn't raise his voice. Props to you.
I know. Sorry, my dad's leaving for a flight at like 3 o'clock in the morning, so I have to be super quiet.
John was using his NPR voice. So here's why the Steelers are gonna win the game.
Dude, I was really that Saquon thing especially was like get me in my feels. Like I was like, oh, I don't know. Realistically, honestly, I'm gonna take this last moment to say thank you, Saquon Barkley, for everything that you did and everything that you do. I hope you have a great year. I predicted you to have a better year than Christian McCaffrey had on San Francisco, and I hope you prove me right. That's all I'm trying to say.
So far, he is.
I know he is killing it, and I can't wait to be like, hey, John, remember when I said that? And you were like, oh, I don't know. And I was just like, yeah, well, it happened. Yeah, well, it's going to happen. Let's get it, Saquon.
He's like, I endured CMC myself to make it happen.
Bro, I hope CMC comes back, and you know what I mean? But like, bro, it's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy how. And I'm excited for the basketball season too. We had our other podcast today that we did before this, which was awesome. So yeah, Phil. I mean,
double duty. Shout out to us.
Double duty. Hell yeah. Shout out to us. Hell yeah. Phil, now your last words.
Just reiterating what I said to John. Appreciate you, Trooper. We're ending this like around 11. So if you're watching the recording of the NFL Pod or the NFL Pick'ems, let us know how your team's doing. Let us know how your day is going down below in the comments. We want to interact with y'all and get to know y'all better so we can make better content for y'all. So also shout out our brother Mr. Waleed, aka Eighth. Not gonna say exactly what's going on, but we are sending as much love and support to you as we can. Me, John, Elijah, TJ, and all of Baller Central and our friend group. So sending love to you and support. So with that being said, unless John, you have any other words for Waleed?
I hope we get Waleed on the podcast somewhat soon, just to talk some basketball. He's an amazing basketball mind, and I just want to put that out there in the universe. You know what I mean? It's always fun to have him on.
Absolutely. Just a reminder, we have his socials on our. We'll repost his socials all over again. TikTok, Zora versus TikTok. IG at Eighth. I think we have him tagged in our bio, so feel free to check that out. His link tree is in his bio as well. If you love anime and or music, he is your guy to follow. Very passionate about both and very creative with both. It's a great follow if you like him. And if you like him as much as we do, definitely give him a follow. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. That's the pod. All a reminder, our audios are all live on all the audio platforms. Re-recordings are on YouTube. And not on Twitch, just because yada yada yada. Hey, it's been a hell of a week. I'm gonna be on the road by the time this uploads. So hey, hopefully have a good weekend. Thank you again, John, for doing double duty. Always appreciated.
And Phil, you're going to Indianapolis, so I expect to hear some, Anthony Rich. I want to hear, listen in. You know what I mean? If you hear any gossip, you know what I mean? Ask people. You know what I mean? Talk to people.
Oh, yeah, I gotta see how you guys feel about the Pacers. This maybe like the side view commentary, like the interviews, like you see for side talk with like the Knicks fans and stuff like that. That'd be interesting to do in Indy.
Well, you could run into Boston Connor, or you could run into you know what I mean, Pat McAfee. You know what I mean?
Imagine if I run into Pat McAfee or Halliburton.
I swear to God, if you don't get a picture for me, I'm like, yo, I'm being super jealous.
I'll let you know right now. Like, yeah. I should have done this when I met Liv Morgan with Elijah. I should have like done something like extra special, but I didn't want to waste her time. But I'll make sure I won't make that mistake again. If I do meet Pat McAfee,
just bring up West Virginia and Pat and
I am going to call or FaceTime you. Just a heads up. If I run into Pat McAfee and say, Pat, can you give me 1 second? I need to call my friend John. Big fan. Give me 5 seconds. He says yes. You better have your phone ready.
I hear you, but it's gonna be a no, Phil. Don't do that. That'd be lame. Don't call me when Pat McAfee. Just say Pat McAfee. I love you since West Virginia. That's all you gotta say. Because Phil,
how about a recording?
Man's only got so much time, and you gotta, you know what I mean? Like you just.
How about this? How about a recording? Say, hey, can you let my boy John that?
No, bro. Just get a picture for yourself. Get a picture for yourself, dude. Because realistically, hear me out. Realistically on this, these guys, they got 5 seconds. Eli Manning was so irritated, but he stopped to take my picture.
I get it, because
I'm just saying they got 5 seconds.
He's college game day. He does a podcast.
Yeah. No. I'm not trying to be like but like
he's on the schedule like for like all day. So I But Liv Morgan was too. I was lucky that I was on the same plane as her.
And Phil, you know what you gotta really do if you meet Pat McAfee? Bring up Ball Central for a second. Not really, but like if he looked it up for a second, you know how cool to be Pat McAfee like that shit, or you know what I mean? I don't know. It wouldn't happen.
Honestly, I might ask you, hey, do you have like 20 minutes to come on the pod?
No,
or that too.
Just
if I can get him to come on as a guest, you owe me.
He would ask for something insane. You know what I mean? Like you'd have to prove it to him. Oh yeah, hell yeah, I would owe you. I would.
He's like, it'll be like this. You want me on your podcast? You got to make this 35-yard field goal. I was like,
He was like, Pat, give me a week. I swear to God, Phil, I'll drive up. I'll help you do it. I swear to God.
Will you kick it for me?
I could kick it for you. I could kick it for you for Pat McAfee.
So yeah, let me get my boy John a week to train and get ready, and he'll kick the field goal for you. But you have to come on the pod if he makes it the following week.
That'd be sick. I doubt it would happen, but you know what I mean. We would record it, no doubt.
Oh no, absolutely. It'll be his own video, it'll be our own short, etc. So hey. That's the pod. Sorry for rambling on. If I do meet Pat McAfee, that'd be crazy. So I had to get it out there. So, like I said, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the recording. Let us know how your day is going down below. Follow all the socials. Follow all the audio platforms. Make sure you follow our boy Waleed, aka 8th, on all his socials and platforms. It's going to be linked down below as well in the recording. Just a heads up. And hey, just a reminder. Thank you for tuning in. That's Baller Central. Enjoy the outro by our boy Mr. E-Loading, and we will see y'all next time. Deuces.
He's a producer.
Hey. Look. This Sega days are coming soon, I'm just tired of waiting. And tears falling in my prayers, I've been crying for patience. I'm scarred, I gotta live the rest of my life with abrasions. You can't convince me that time isn't wasting. I feel like Hamilton the way I've been writing these pages. So you can call me, but you best be on time with the payments. So you can turn this off if you don't like what I'm saying. Or if these lines are too basic, just know my life getting crazy. Times is getting harder, that could really spark an artist. And I ain't giving up for nothing, I just try my hardest. I say a prayer for the ones departed. A cold world, I just want to show how pure my heart is. But I see the comments, stories going around about the kid, but I'm so timeless, bad energy can't get to me. I'm the reason why we like this, allegedly. But once I see the best from you, that's when you get the best from me. I'm here for your elevation. Success ain't a destination. Ain't looking for reparations. Ain't looking for no type of savings. Back up the rest of my savings. Can't get no rest in the basement. Can't even lie to you, baby. Time that we spent was amazing. And I ain't trying to replace you. For you, my mind is still racing. I lost a step, but I'm coming back. I used to put my heart all on display, but I'm done with that. Tired of these bonds that pop easier than bubble wrap. In my notes, like a group of sick, you see a bunch of rap. In the studio, I box the beat is just a punching bag. And for the guys, let them know I love them back. For all of y'all endeavors, I'm wishing you good luck on that. Shout out Q for the beat. This one a groove for the streets. You say you down with me, baby. You gotta prove it to me.